When crisis strikes, what is the single most important first step the organization needs to take in managing the crisis? Hey everybody, Melissa Agnes here, and I'm here with this week's episode of the Crisis Ready video series, where I aim to help you implement a crisis-ready culture, one tip, strategy, or case study at a time. So I was asked this question this week, and I thought, what a really good question, because the answer may not be so evident. So crisis has struck, and you want to know what is the single most important first step your organization needs to take in order to successfully manage the crisis. And the answer is that you need to get the right people in the room to analyze the breadth and scope of the incident, to determine the impact or the potential impact on the organization and its stakeholders, and to determine and align on immediate next steps for successful crisis management. Now, that may seem evident, but who are the right people? So of course, we have the top layer. We have senior management, the C-suite, who is responsible for declaring a crisis for the organization and accountable for the organization's crisis response. So clearly, you need those decision makers in the room. But above and beyond that, you also want to make sure that you have the right people to feed the executives the right information. What does this mean? This means that any stakeholder group that's potentially impacted, you want to make sure you have a representative of those stakeholder groups in the room with you. Any business unit, business sector, region, product, service that may be impacted, whoever heads those departments, those regions, those business units, those business heads, you want to make sure that they are in the room as appropriate. Legal and compliance as well. So basically what you want is you want to have the right people in the room that are each looking at the crisis from their perspective, from their touch point within the organization and touch point of the crisis, so that you can really come together and discuss and analyze the full breadth and scope of the severity of the incident, the potential impact of the incident on the organization and its stakeholders, and so that you can really get a good understanding of what the organization's next steps in crisis management need to be. This is, no matter what the crisis, no matter what the industry, this is one of the most important first steps in successful crisis management. What would you like to add to this? I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to comment below this video or take to Twitter, and let's continue the conversation using the hashtag CrisisReady.